Go.
Hey, this is Xbox, and you're watching Spark Tank Revolution.
What's up, gang? Welcome back to the Smart Tank Revolution, where we always kick out at two. I am your host, the benevolent, intelligent Mr. Donnie Wonderful. I just can't help myself. We have to talk about Raw. Not the whole show, but at least some of its highlight points. It's what everybody's talking about. Aside from some other things backstage regarding The Rock's involvement in the product, I'll leave that up to you guys. But I must say, this past Monday's episode of Raw, which aired March 25th, was absolutely incredible. And I think it revved up WrestleMania without any wrestling. And I am talking about the promo segments, obviously. Raw came from I think it's called the Allstate Arena now. It used to be the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago, the legendary home of arguably the greatest match in WrestleMania history, Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, WrestleMania 13. But that's neither here nor there. Had to plug that in. So they it was advertised that CM Punk was going to be there. Let's get straight to it. It was advertised that CM Punk was going to be there, and as promised, CM Punk was in attendance. It's his hometown, and as he told Seth Rollins, "Your show, my city," of course. And Drew came out. Obviously, I mentioned Seth. Seth came out later, but it was the perfect way to stir the pot going into what's going on? Oh, sorry, turn my phone off. It was the perfect way to steer the pot going into WrestleMania 40. If you're new to this channel, I have referred to Seth's belt as the underling belt. I referred to him being treated as the underling champion, and it felt good to see this title match get its just due. I've actually been echoing the sentiments of Drew McIntyre, not necessarily calling it the workhorse title, but the urgency to make it mean more. I think that me personally, I think that Seth should be presented in the same light as Roman if this belt is supposed to mean more than the undisputed belt that Roman has. And I think that it's too late for that now. And not to any fault of Seth Rollins. I think he's done a good job carrying the belt. I just think that, when you're being booked first or when you're telling Cody to finish the story, you are a comparable champion or you're supposed to be a comparable champion. And I just would have loved to have seen Seth get that just due, get that respects too. If I understand the bloodline has a longer story, but like we're supposed to be treating these champions like they're equal, and I don't think that that's the case. So, in this regard, how they're developing this story, I actually agree with Drew. But damn, we knew that was supposed to be CM Punk. And man, you know what? When he came out, Phil has a grin, a look in his eye, a twinkle in his eye, or whatever we want to call it, that you just know this guy's not going to BS. That when his mic goes live, it's going to be phenomenal. And I use that a lot. And AJ Styles should sue me because, damn it, this was more than that. It exceeded it. This segment was incredible. Shout out to Just Incredible. But yeah, I really think it did a good job adding interest in this match. And what I loved about this, obviously, they're not scripting anything that CM Punk says, and I think they're giving Seth Rollins, some type of creative control in his promos as well. Even with Drew here, I think that this was really them. Guys that are professional but have some type of personal and professional animosity towards each other. So it translated very well on the screen. Um, and I think that the common denominator here is that I mentioned that personal and professional animosity obviously is towards CM Punk. And I loved his ending line where he said, I'm going to do what Drew can do, or I mean, you guys seen it. I'm not gonna say it verbatim because I don't even remember verbatim. But he said, "I'm going to make you all interesting," or something of that sort. I thought that was great. I mean, there was all types of sidebars, not even sidebars, because they were saying it directly to each other, and it gives the feel of the "I'm gonna see you after school 3 o'clock" type showdown. And it means even more. And I know Seth is doing double duty at WrestleMania, but if this is the night one, if this is the night one main event as it should be, or the night two main event, whatever you want to call it, I wherever they place it, let's just say that this is going to be the night one main event, which I'm pretty sure it is. Um, I'm letting everyone know now. I am definitely comparing this to last year's night one main event, which I thought was great. That had a longer developing story, yes, but even the wrestling and the storytelling, everything was a 3 count here on this channel by me. I think Seth and Drew will tear the house down. But now, I think if you're watching that live, you're going to miss some quick-witted commentary by CM Punk, Pat McAfee, and Michael Cole. I love that part. I just it for us that won't be a part of the record breaking number, which I'm gonna assume is gonna be. There's probably gonna be 400,617 people at WrestleMania 40. You know how they inflate the numbers. Beautiful Enron math. But for the rest of us, we're gonna be get a chance to listen to. I don't know what CM Punk or Phil's gonna do. Like, is there going to be sarcasm? I mean, we might have the best one-liners, or shall I say, shade thrown. It may sound like Bobby Heenan and heel Jerry Lawler from the early '90s combined, seeing that there's genuine personal and professional animosity here, and I'm excited about that. Obviously, the show ended with The Rock just destroying Cody Rhodes. I thought that was a great visual. Bring him out to the Chicago streets, well, the Chicago loading dock in the rain. I thought that was pretty good. Um, I'm a fan of the matches too, and I'm gonna get to that shortly. But Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley, that's the buzz for that is growing. Um, I will say this though, I would have loved to have seen a rubber match here with Rhea and Charlotte, and I'm hoping that we get that at WrestleMania because I think that would be very poetic, similar to how the streak just some was something that grown organically. I love to see this, and I would love to see this. So I'm praying that my girl Rhea Ripley wins. My homie, no offense, Becky, love you, but I would love to see Rhea Ripley hold on to that belt for at least another year or two. Sue me. 4 more years for Roman. But also too, what should not be ignored is what's going on with the work that Sami Zayn is doing. And he has Gunther at WrestleMania. He's filling in for Brock Lesnar. Most of us know that now. And I think he's doing a really good job. He wrestled Bronson Reed, who I think is an absolute beast, and I'm really enjoying watching these agile big men really work in the ring, and Bronson Reed is the future. I mean, he's shoot man. Hey, look. he's either one manager or just one intercontinental title run or long US championship run away from, being the next Gunther, so to speak. Anytime Bronson Reed's on, I watch, and I really enjoyed his match with Sami Zayn, and just the pre-match talk with Chad Gable. I think there was some good storytelling there, and obviously the main event, Jey Uso Shinsuke Nakamura was really good as well. I think this past Monday, we talk about the promos, but the matches were actually worth mentioning as well. And I just wanted to plug this mic up and vent that to our faithful supporters, so to speak. But yeah, what do you guys think? What did you guys think? Out of the three promos that I mentioned, out of those promo segments, I should actually put up a poll. I'm pretty sure I know where you guys are gonna vote, but you guys let me know which one was more enjoyable. Rhea, Becky, CM Punk, Seth. No, no, no. Sorry. Seth, 'cause Seth's the champion. I gotta give the champion. Gotta give the champion his credit. Seth, Drew, and Phil, CM Punk, or Dwayne and Cody, which wasn't a segment at all. Was just a beatdown. But you guys let me know what y'all thought this past Raw. I think it's one of the classics.